Hopefully I'm live. Let me see. Ooh, am I gonna be able to see what's going on in the comments? Nope, but let's go. What is up, family? What is up? Your girl is back. Your girl is back, happy and excited about this build. We are talking about the womb. We are talking about the womb, the unhealed womb, and really how your unhealed womb affects your relationships. So, with that said, go ahead, like and share the video, do all of that good stuff so that we can get it popping. Go ahead. Hello, Miazi. Hopefully I said that right. What's up, wonderfully made by Taryn? Oh, we got a juicy topic today, y'all. It's juicy. We are talking about the unhealed womb and how it really affects your relationships. The unhealed womb and how it affects your relationships. That's what we are dealing with today. So what is up? Make sure you like and share the video. Make sure you do all of that good stuff, okay? Because we got to have a conversation about the unhealed womb, how it affects your relationships. I really want to talk about how it affects your relationships with other women. Many of y'all have heard all of the sayings, and then, y'all, I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube. So if you see me like going back and forth like this, you know why. You know why. If you are here on Instagram, I want to tell y'all to join me on YouTube, because on YouTube, I'm going to be sharing a little presentation or whatever. I'm going to be making it clear. I'm going to be making it clear and showing y'all certain stuff, certain pictures that add to what I have to say. Because some of y'all may be visual learners, so you need to see pictures. Some of y'all may be auditory, so you just need to hear it, you know, and some of y'all may need to grab a book and read. So we'll do references and stuff like that as well. Good, powerful books that y'all should be tapping into. All right. So let me just start off by saying this. Your womb, ladies, affects all of your relationships, not just your relationships with men, but your relationships with other women as well. Let me see if I turn this. Do I want to turn that way and that way? No, I don't want that. No. Right? Your relationships affects, you know, not just with men, because that's clear. That's clear that your womb, it is clear, it is apparent to almost all of us how our womb affects our relationship with men. Like, I think a lot of us as women, we got that down pat. We know based off of our womb experiences, based off our traumas, we know we are attracted to a certain type of man. We know that. There's this sister here on Instagram that I've seen before. Her page is like Progressive Love Academy, and she has coined the term womb choice. Womb choice. So your womb has already chosen the type of man who you're going to attract, the type of man who you are going to be with. That's clear. But what we don't be understanding is how our wombs affect our relationships with other women. And so today, we're going to talk about that. But before we jump into it, let me say what's up to the family. What's up over here on YouTube, Cosmic Crystal, Iman, what's up, my good sis? What's up, Shine Bright? What's up, Soul Liberation? What's up, Shay? What's up, Cosmic Chlorophyll? What's up, Love? Trucker Trader Cashier. What's up, Mallory? What is up to the rest of y'all who just tapped in over here on Instagram? What's up, Savvy? Melly Smooth, okay, I don't know. And what's up, Erica? What is up? So again, a lot of times we understand our relationship with men, but not necessarily with women. So let me ask y'all ladies this question. Have y'all ever known a female, or have you been a woman who says things like, I can never get along with other women. I don't have any female friends. I can't trust women. I only have male friends. How many of y'all, what's up, Savvy? Savvy did the right thing. She left Instagram and went to YouTube. My girl listens. Thank you, Savvy. But how many of y'all have had those conversations with other women where they say, I can't have relationships with other women. I don't trust other women. I'm quick to cut another woman off. You know, if a woman does one thing to me, she is not my friend. I am no longer friends with her. How many of y'all be doing all of that? How many of y'all know women who do that? And y'all be thinking that you have that ideology, that you have that belief system solely because what another woman has done. But I'm here to tell you that that belief system, that viewpoint on the world stems from what you have going on in your own womb. Okay? Your disconnection to your own divine feminine energy is what blocks you from being able to connect healthily with other women. It's because you're not connected to yourself in the way that you need to be connected to yourself. And I'm already kind of fired up about the topic because I've had my own experience with this as well. So I'm already kind of fired up by it because it's just an interesting conversation that we have to have. So I'm going to share my screen right now over here on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, you're not going to get the visuals. And if you know you're a visual learner, then you probably need to click the link in my bio, scroll down that link tree, it's going to say YouTube, and hop on over there if you know you're a visual learner. If not, and you good with voice and video, good. We here. We doing it. All right. Y'all should be able to see my screen. You should be able to see my screen. I am going to present this beautiful pink thing here. And I'm not even a girly girl person, but I like these colors. I'm not even a girly girl person. So right here, right off the top, what are we talking about today? We're talking about womb man or woman to woman, womb man, right? The relationship between your womb and other women. It gets deep. I love it. All right. Here's one thing that I want y'all to know. A woman's connection to her womb is the key to healthy relationships with other women. And in this build today, I'm going to show you and give you hints and clues as to how you can know this, how you can see this, how you can understand this, okay? So, first question I got for y'all that I want y'all to answer. And I wish I had another platform so that I can be looking at YouTube, because now that I'm sharing my screen, I can't see the questions on YouTube. How many of you ladies can feel the hurt or the joy of another woman? How many of you can feel that? And you know what I'm gonna do? Instagram people, I'm gonna tell y'all, head over to YouTube, because I'm gonna use my phone to be able to look at the comments, because I need to be able to engage. So if you're here, click the link in my bio, join on YouTube, and I'll see y'all in a little. Let me just, oh, I could keep it. Let me keep it. All right. I should be getting some answers in the chat. How many of you ladies can feel the hurt or the joy of another woman? Can you do that? Can you feel that? I know I can. That's what helps me do my work. Okay. Okay. Iman said me. Of course, you, Iman, you are a doula, so you have to be able to feel that. Truck and Trader says yes. Shine Bright says yes. Cosmic says I am womb man. To know is real. Yes, yes, yes. So a lot of you women can feel that. You can hear and feel the hurt of another woman. You feel it through your womb. Ladies, you feel it through your womb. It's not a logical thing. Your ability to feel another woman comes through the sacred space of your womb. And I want y'all to know also that the womb is directly connected to the intuition. The womb knows what is sacred. Okay? The womb knows what is sacred. And so when you can't trust another woman, what you're really saying is that I can't trust myself because I don't know if I'm going to make the right decisions in the relationships or in the connections that I make with other women. You think you can't trust other women, but you can't really trust yourself to choose wisely, to choose who you decide to relate with wisely. That's what you can't trust. It's not about other women in general. That's a lie. Okay. But for the simple fact that you as a woman, without knowing another woman's entire background, without, being all up in her business, a woman can share a word with you. A woman can say a few things to you and you can feel her hurt or you can feel her joy. I know, because I'm coaching y'all day in and day out. We're having conversations and I feel you. And when I talk, you feel me. We have that ability through the connection of our wombs. How many of y'all know that level of feeling can go so deep? There have been clients of mine who I may talk to, we may have a conversation, they may say something, and shit, it may bring a tear to my eye. And it may not be something that I personally have experienced. Has that ever happened to you ladies? To where another woman shares a story with you, she shares some words with you. You may not have ever experienced what she has experienced, but you can feel that in your womb. You can feel it. You can, it can touch you so deeply. Have y'all ever heard of that? Have y'all ever felt that? The simple fact that you can feel that is due to the connection of the womb. It's due to us having a cosmic womb. Okay? All of our yonis may look different. Some of your wombs may be in menopause. Some of your wombs may be in childbearing ages. Some of us may be in the phase of the mother, the maiden, or the crone. We may be in any of those phases, mother, maiden, crone. Our wombs may be in different phases of life, but yet and still, we can feel and connect to other wombs. Okay? Yet and still, we can connect to other wombs. All right? And we do that through the cosmic womb. Right? The cosmic womb is what brings all of our wombs together. All of our wombs really exist as the cosmic womb or the great mother womb, right? Out of space, the Big Bang Theory, infinite possibilities. All of our wombs really connect back to that one space. And that is why my womb can connect to your womb and we can both. If I talk about pleasure, if I talk to y'all and I tell y'all that Dream did something amazing to my body, your womb would feel that. You may have never experienced what I'm talking about, but you can feel it. There's something in your womb that just gets it. And what that is the cosmic womb. And the womb presents itself in nature and all around us. Till we got fruit, we got oranges and cantaloupe and grapefruit, and we got flowers and roses, all symbolic of the womb. Excuse me. And just these visuals right here just lets you know how genius source, the divine, the creator is. And if you can see the womb, presented in fruit and flowers, how can you have the nerve to disrespect, to talk down, to judge another woman's womb? Ain't that crazy? Because like we were told, like back in those Bible days when you was going to church, you as a human being are more sacred, you have a higher purpose than these fruit and these flowers. You understand that? And if we are being shown how sacred and how divine the womb is through fruit and through flowers, you gotta learn to respect another woman who has a womb. You have to learn to love and embrace another woman who has a womb, because we're seeing through nature how sacred, how important, how divine the womb, the yoni is. Does that make sense? Please put an ashe in the chat if that makes sense. And Cosmic Chlorophyll, girl, I could have found so many pictures of this, but I was like, listen, I don't got time. I just need to be able to get straight to the point. But there are so many more animals, mountains, trees, fruit. You can find the womb anywhere you go. So for me, for the creator to place a womb in so many different spaces and places to show up to us in nature, it lets us know how important our womb is. And so when you don't respect another woman that has a womb, that has this sacred space, that has this sacred portal, or when you cannot relate to, when you cannot have a sacred relationship with, when you always arguing and going back and forth with, when you always fighting with, when you feel like you cannot trust a woman, another womb man, what you're really saying is that there is a disconnect within you. What you're really saying is that there is some sort of disconnection that you have to your own womb. Because if we're really being real, all of our wombs come from the same source. It comes from the same space. We just have a different expression of it. We just have a different expression of it through our creativity, through our intuition, through our personalities. We have a different expression of it. But when you feel so strongly about other women and it is not in the highest regard, when you feel so strongly about other women and it is not in the highest regard, what you're really saying is that there's a part of you that you disconnect with. There's a part of you that you aren't taking hold of. There's a part of you that you aren't appreciating and accepting. And I'm talking about even on like what we may call low vibrational stuff. Even if we're talking about a woman who is promiscuous, a woman that is heavily enthralled in her sexuality, a woman who may be the divine whore, right? If you judge that woman for whatever reason, you're really judging an aspect of you. Because we all go through these phases where we have to live and exist from a certain space, from a certain place, based off of where we are consciously, based off of our consciousness. See, a lot of y'all, myself included, I've judged the girl who seemed like she was just, out here. I've judged her before, but that was because I didn't realize myself. I didn't recognize myself. I didn't see myself in her. And the truth of the matter is that, like I said, all of our wounds are cosmically connected. So you should be able to see yourself in other women. Okay? All through the cosmic womb. So when your womb is unhealed, when you're disconnected from your womb, of course you're gonna be disconnected from other women. You don't understand the divine feminine. You don't understand goddess energy, no matter how it shows up. You have to understand that all goddesses have a light and a dark side. Just like you. You have your light, you have your dark. And sometimes that dark may show up as being envious. It may show up as jealousy. It may show up as hate. It may show up as being a hoe. And I am being disrespectful to any woman who is out there getting it, being a man eater. I'm not judging her at all. Because if we look at the energy of Kali, the goddess Kali, you could say she's a man eater because she's chopping heads off. It's all men that she has, in the underworld with her. All men. She done tore them up, chopped their heads off, got whatever she needed from them, and devoured them. She ate them up. And there are multiple goddesses out there who have that energy. But a lot of times we judge that energy because we have not accepted our own darkness. We have not accepted our own shit. That's why we judge that energy. Okay? So when you can connect to your womb, it's easier for you to connect to other people because that way you don't have to feel threatened by other women, no matter how she's presenting herself right now. No matter how she's presenting herself, you don't have to feel threatened by her. Even if a woman is jealous, if a woman is envious, if a woman is a hater, it should not send off something in your head that says, you know what, see, I knew I couldn't trust women. No, that's not true. That is not true, ladies. That is the works of the ego. And if you have this overgeneralized belief that I cannot trust women, I can't have relationships with women, what you're really saying is I don't trust myself. I don't have a solid relationship with myself. Because every woman is a reflection of you in some way, shape, or form, especially the Black woman, especially the woman of color is a reflection of you. We're just all in different phases and spaces of our spirituality, of our conscious evolution. We're just all in different spaces with it. Okay? You don't trust yourself to allow your intuition to let you know how you should engage with this woman. See, every woman is not your best friend. Every woman is not your confidant. Okay? And when you don't trust yourself and when you don't have a solid relationship with yourself, you'll be vulnerable with a woman who doesn't deserve your vulnerability, who doesn't know how to be emotionally supportive because she's been emotionally neglected. But when you are conscious of your womb, when you understand your womb, you get that. There are some, y'all, I have associates that I went to high school with. We've been friends for for years. We've been friends for over a decade, but I know where I have to keep them at based off of I know not to tell you my deep, dark secrets. I know you're not that woman. And I'm not mad at you for that. I'm not mad at you for that. I know how I am to relate to you specifically. I know we can talk about our kids. Oh yeah, KJ is in kindergarten and he's having a good time, I know I can say, hey girl, let's go get drinks. Let's do that. And then on the opposite side, I know who is the woman that I can say, hey, me and Dream got into an argument last night. What you think about this, girl? Was I tripping? And I know whatever woman I share that with, she's not going to judge me. She's not going to talk bad about Dream. She's not going to talk bad about me. She's not going to, be like, oh, y'all ain't got y'all relationship full of shit. She's just not going to do that. She's going to hold that space for me and give me that love. Give me that support. Give me that listening ear that I need. But you've built up this idea, this egoic, this fake sense of protection about women because you've made bad decisions about what women to trust and what women to give yourself to give your heart to share yourself with, to be vulnerable with, right? So that's where that stems from. But I'm telling you, when you reconnect to your womb, you're really reconnecting to the all. When you reconnect to your womb, you're reconnecting to the all, really. And when you reconnect to the all, you can see how these different archetypes are being played out in all of these different women. And you can respect it, and you can be conscious about how you decide to engage with those energies. Okay? That's the power of the cosmic womb. I love it. So again, all your relationships are mirrors. And here's something so deep, right? I was scrolling my human Facebook, right? My Desiree Facebook that got all the family members on it. And I made a post, y'all. I made a post saying, women got to do better, because what a woman allows a man to do in her relationship with him, he will think that is okay in other relationships. And I got a notification today. It was like a memory from like 12 years ago of me saying that. So here's what I want y'all to know and understand. How you relate to men affects how men relate to other women. So your wombs are still connected. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy that how you relate to a man has impact on how that man will go out and relate to other women? It's so important that you reconnect to your womb. It's so important that you reconnect to your womb, because you reconnecting to your womb really causes a domino effect in all the other women that are around you. Your womb healing really affects the community. Your womb healing affects the community at large. Sisterhood is so important. Y'all have no idea. You have no idea how important sisterhood is. I'm gonna give you an example. When we just had Kim, y'all, Iman, right here on this chat, who everybody loves. If you don't know Iman, you should know her. Iman was one of the first people that I reached out to, that I cried to when it came down to our labor, our delivery, and everything else that came from that. And I met Iman through YouTube. Shay, thank you, YouTube. Iman was one of the first people, and it wasn't, and I have some great friends. I have some great friends, but they didn't understand. Some of the friends that I have, I can talk to them about the many layers of labor, of delivery, of birth, of all of that. Like I can say on the surface, yeah, I had a C-section, but like all of the emotional stuff, all of the spiritual stuff that is layered within that, some of my friends don't really get. Like they get it on the surface, but they don't get it. And even Dream, I love my man, and he's amazing. But I needed someone to connect with womb to womb, mother to mother. That's what I needed. I could talk to Dream, and he's empathetic as much as he can be. He's compassionate as much as he can be, but he doesn't understand the womb being the womb space. Being the womb space. And of course, he's been a woman in his past life, and he's probably been pregnant and had kids, but I'm talking about right now, men cannot fully understand what it is to hold this space, to carry life for 41 weeks and 3 days. There's 52 weeks in a year. I carried Kim for 41 weeks and 3 days. That's damn near a year of being pregnant, of carrying life. No way a man could understand that. A man in physical form right now. You can't really on the conscious level, you can understand my complaints. On the conscious level, you can understand, my back is hurting. You can understand that on the conscious level. But I'm talking about the soul of the matter, the spirit of the matter. There's no way. So sisterhood is so important. And our judgment of other women and these overgeneralized beliefs that we've created, right, has affected how we relate. I love you, babe. You do other great stuff to my womb. You do other things. You do other things. You take care of other things. But I needed a sister. I needed a sister. Oh, Lily, I'm glad you said that because look at the picture here. Lily June. I love that name. Look at the picture here. I'm glad you said that because absolutely 100% the relationship you have with other women starts with the relationship that you have with your mother. 100%. 100%. Okay? You learn your womb care from your mother. You learn how to relate to other women from the relationship that you have with your mother. 100%, absolutely. Have to talk about it. Have to talk about it. And so as we see here in this picture, you were in your grandmother's womb. And so the traumatic experiences your grandmother had with other women have been imposed upon your mother and then have been imposed upon you. What? My mom, y'all, my mom has some drama with other women, lots of drama with other women, lots of it. My mama never trusted women. My mama never trusted other women. My mother don't really have friends now. Her friend, her real friend is her husband. I mean, she got, she speaks to people, she speaks to other women every now and then, but her friend is her husband. Her friend is her husband. If you ask my mama, tell me some of your friends, she gonna say, I don't really have friends. My friend is my husband. And that right there, ladies, that'll have you secluded on an island, that you don't need to be on. Okay? So first, let me tell you about how the health of your womb comes from your mother. Okay? My mother, before I even really started my cycle, y'all, before I even really started my moon cycle and came into that aspect of womanhood, before I even did that, my mother was imposing upon me that we have heavy cycles in our family. Oh yeah, we got heavy cycles in our family. Oh no, you need, girl, I just started my cycle. We going to the store, instead of buying me regular, she already buying super. She done already imposed upon me that my womb was heavy. She done already put that in place based off of her experience with her womb. Okay? Based off of her not being really connected to her womb. By her not understanding her womb and what her womb had been communicating with her. She wasn't giving, man, your mom, your mother, I know with my mother, we didn't really talk about the sex talk and how sacred the womb is, how sacred the yoni is. We didn't even start having that conversation until I was college and I was already exploring. We didn't even have that talk before I went to college. And then my mother says things like this. I want to say I had one kid. I had one kid. We had KJ. And I remember, this is so freaking crazy, but this goes to show you why you as a mother or a potential mother or as an auntie, as a cousin, as the divine feminine in young girls' lives, this is why it's so important for you to do your womb work. My mom, we had like a family thing or whatever. Some way, somehow, they started talking about having babies. I only have one kid at this time. We only have KJ. And here go my mama. Well, her twin brother did it to her first. Her twin brother, my mom has a twin. Her twin brother does to her face. No, you fertile, I don't know what the hell they were talking about, but he just started telling her that she fertile. My mama grown as hell, probably done been through menopause. He telling her she fertile. She turns around and starts telling me, no, Desiree fertile. No, Desiree better be careful. Why are we talking about my womb space with the whole family? Why are we doing that? Why are we even doing that? Why do you feel, because your brother said something to you, your twin brother who probably knows all types of shit that's done happened with you, why are you turning around and pulling me into it? And I got one kid. As a grown woman with a college degree, with a man who has a career, and we living our best life, we good. Why are you feeling the need to call out my fertileness? How do you know what my fertileness is? Like, why? Well, I will tell you what mothers do, unhealed mothers, unhealed wombs, what they do is project their shit onto their daughters. They project their shit onto their daughters. And everything is heredity. I love that, truck and trader cashier. Everything is heredity. Meaning your mother, your grandmother, they think and feel that you gotta keep going with the same old shit that they experienced just because it's the family thing. No, you don't. No, you don't. So just like you are healing poverty, just like you are healing diabetes, high blood pressure, single motherhood, right? Not having a sacred relationship, singleness, thinking you don't need a man. Just like you are healing all of those ideas, you also have to heal how you see other women. You also have to heal how you connect with other women. Because I'm telling you, I said this in another video, for a long time, this just happened in 2020. Just now in 2020 did I feel comfortable crying to my mother. Just now in 2020 did I feel no, I'm saying 2020, 2021. This just happened in 2021. Let me bag it back some. Just now in 2021, the last year, did I muster up the strength to be okay with crying to my mother? Did I muster up the strength to tell my mother when she was wrong? Did I muster up the strength to really ask my mother for help and allow her to mother me? My relationship with my mother was what it was when I was a kid, that it made me not really allow her to really mother me from an emotional standpoint. I felt for a long time that my mother could not support me emotionally. She could support me physically, you know. She gonna take care of the kids. She gonna spend some money. She's gonna be present. She's gonna be physically there. But just the 2021, I allowed myself to cry to her and tell her that I wasn't feeling good emotionally. That was a challenge for me. Okay. And she held some space. She held some space for that moment. She held some space. Even after we had Kim, I was able to ask my mother. Well, actually, my mother reached out to me. My mother, we were going through a lot. Like I told y'all, we had a C-section. Then I had pneumonia. So I was out of there. I needed help more than just dream, you know? I needed Dream to take care of me and my mama to take care of the baby. And my mom said, hey, I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to stay a couple of nights so you can just get some sleep and you don't have to worry about taking care of Kim. You know, Dream can get some rest and y'all can just get better. And I had to accept the help. I had to say, yes, thank you. I need that. Okay. But that was something that I know my mother was not, used to. My mother is not used to receiving help from other women. Not at all. And so I grew up with the mentality that I cannot go to another woman for support, for help. Not at all. Not at all. But as I've been doing my womb healing work, I realized that I can rely on other women, and I can rely on other women because I can rely on myself. Okay? I can rely on other women because I've done the work that says, I trust me. And because I trust me and I know what I need and I know who I am and I know who I need to show up as. Because I trust me, I can ask another woman for help because if another woman needs me, I'm going to be there for her. I'm going to be there for her because I figured out who I am through doing my womb work. By releasing some of those beliefs of my mother. Now, don't get me wrong, my mother has taught me some beautiful things. My mother taught me how to be a mother through great examples and through not so great examples. You know, she taught me how to take care of my kids, to love on my kids, to provide for my kids, to be present for my kids. But I also learned from her how to be emotionally supportive for my kids. Okay? And how to keep a man. Let me not mess that up too. My mama done did that too. But she also taught me how not to be so argumentative, right? So a lot of your relationship habits and your beliefs around relationships surround the perspective, the beliefs, and what you've seen from your mother. I've seen my mother take care of other women. Y'all, so we grew up in the hood, right? We grew up in the hood. My mother was a single mother of 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. I'm the middle child. And we grew up in an impoverished neighborhood, but we always had snacks. We didn't always have cable. We sometimes had cable and internet. We sometimes had those things. But I remember my mom took in another single mom. This other single mom, I want to say, had 3 or 4 kids. We living in a 2-bedroom apartment. My mother let this other single woman and her kids come stay with us. And they staying with us, they've been with us for a while. Or whatever. And then I remember that woman, she bought some snacks home. She bought some snacks back to our house. Let me tell you how crazy unhealed women are. She brought some snacks back to our house and she giving out snacks to her kids, right? She giving out snacks to her kids. And me and my brothers, we wanted some. We like, oh, can we get some? Can we get one? This lady had the audacity to say no. And she is living in our apartment with all her kids. This is the unhealed womb. So of course, my mama say, oh, hell no, you got to go. Immediately right then and there, my mama said, you ain't want to share some snacks with my kids and you living in our apartment? Oh, you got to go right now. My mama was like, I need you out of this apartment right now. You got to go. Sis had to pack up all of them kids. Who knows where they went? I don't even know if they had a car. Sis had to pack up and get gone. But that's the result of an unhealed womb. That is the result of an unhealed womb. She thought she had to keep all of her little snacks to herself and her kids. She thought she couldn't share. She thought there wasn't enough to go around. How many of you know that's how you women are thinking right now? That there's not enough to go around. Okay? And yes, I see you, Janie. Janie says you just can't trust some people. And on some level, that is true, but you shouldn't be in relationship with people who cannot be trusted. Because if you have a relationship with someone who cannot be trusted, what does that say about you? What does that say about you? If you are in relationships with people who cannot be trusted, okay? So my mother learned that day. My mother learned that day. She learned that you can't open your household up to just anybody. My mother, man, I have a great mom. My mom is amazing. She's strong, she's smart, she is a fighter, she's a giver. My mom is a real giver. Like she's gonna give, she's gonna show up. She's gonna show up. You know what I mean? But experiences like that hardened her heart to have relationships with other women, intimate relationships with other women. You have an experience like that, you like, oh no, forget other women. I'm done. I'm done. When other women are trash, right? You have an experience like that, you know? And Lily, yes, I am so glad that you are able to come up with some of those good things about your mother. I love that. Because we gotta have balance. We gotta have balance. Everything is not all bad. And that's why I'm coming on here to tell y'all, when you overgeneralize and say, I just don't trust women, or I can't have relationships with other women. Other women are always jealous of me. What? I mean, if you think that you are in competition with other women, that's in your own mind. That's in your own mind. And that is what social media in the world at large has taught you to believe. That you are in relationship, that you are in competition with other women. And that is why you are not able to connect wholeheartedly with other women, because you think y'all in competition with each other. You think she's gonna take something that you got. That's why, when in all reality, if you are tuned into your own womb, your own sacred space, you can see what this woman's purpose is in your life. You can see that. And you can be conscious about what you decide to do or not do in relationship with this woman. But because you're not connected to your own womb, you think you found you a friend who, oh girl, yeah, you my girl, and you start telling that girl all your business, and she was never meant to be that person for you. She was just meant to be somebody you take shots with and have a good time with. You weren't conscious about bringing her in your space. You weren't conscious about introducing her to your man. Not everybody's meant to be around your man like that. You got some girlfriends who it's just, we hang out as girlfriends. I talk to you every once in a while, and that's it. But because you are disconnected to yourself, you don't know how to decipher those relationships. You don't know how to decipher those relationships because you are not conscious of you. You are not aware of you. You are not aware of your trauma bonds. And so you are continuously creating relationships with women based off of how they remind you or how they prove to you that your trauma is real and that your trauma is right. And the beliefs that you've created based off of your traumatic experiences are right. See, the ego, all, and the subconscious mind, they both always want to prove you right. They both always want to prove you right. If you have a belief system, the subconscious mind is going to seek and search for opportunities to make that belief more present in your life, whether it serves you or not. So I'm here, I'm seeing y'all post healthy boundaries, healthy boundaries, healthy boundaries. Absolutely, You need healthy boundaries, but how do you establish that if you don't know what's a real violation to you? How do you establish a healthy boundary if you haven't determined your own self-worth, your own self-value? When you are not clear that you are divine, that you are sacred, that you are the sacred feminine, if you are not clear on that and you don't shape your mind for that, you don't shape your space for that, your boundary is going to waver. That boundary is going to waver, okay? I'm reading The Muscle Guru. I would try something simple as just speaking to a woman in passing, and most of the time I would get the stink face. I wanted to be friends with more than one woman, but it never seemed to work out. Again, intuition. Why? Oh God, y'all. You got to ask yourself, why do I want to be this woman's friend? Why do I take it personal? Why am I taking it? And I'm not saying you're taking it personal, the Muscle Guru, because I don't know. I would want to ask you further, how did it make you feel when these women give you the stink face, right? But when a woman does that, it should not shape your beliefs. That's the point that I'm making. When a woman gives you the stank face, she looking sideways, she looking crazy. When a woman gives you that, it should not shape your beliefs about women. Her giving you that face is a reflection of her, not women. That's the problem that I'm telling y'all. Stop overgeneralizing women. When a woman does something that is shady, that is a representation of her, and you need to do your internal work to understand why that shady thing happened to you. That's what you need to do. You got to understand why that is. Why did you choose those one or two women that you wanted to be friends with, and why did it not work out? You said it seemed to not work out. What does that even mean? We need clarity. We need clarity. I love what Iman just said. It should make you have empathy for her. Absolutely true. 100%. Listen, you are not meant to be friends with everybody. But what you are to do, what you do need to do is, in order for you to have empathy, compassion, understanding, mercy, grace, in order for you to be able to have those things, you have to be able to see yourself in these women. You have to be able to see yourself in those spaces. See, some of y'all think that you all love and light and you are open and willing for relationships. And then a strong woman, a strong presence come into your space, and you curl up and you get into a shell and you don't show up. And you think it's the other woman's fault, but really you're intimidated because you haven't tapped deeper into you. I'm just telling y'all the truth of how this stuff happens. You think a woman is too loud, too boisterous, she's too out there, she's too flamboyant, but really there's a part of you that wish you could show up as bright, that wish you can shine as bright as this woman is shining in her own divine way. So a lot of times when we have these judgments about women who we see, it's because we haven't connected to a certain part in ourselves, right? I have these complimentary calls and I can hear parts of myself at different phases in my life. And not even just this life, but past life. Well, I can hear it, I can see it, I can feel it. And I may not have gone through the same exact thing that another woman has gone through, but I can just feel it. I mean, I'm just operating in my purpose. I'm just connected to my womb. I've done womb work, and the womb work is never going to stop. You may have your womb work on point. You got it going on. You got it figured out, and then you have a breakup. You decide to leave a certain relationship. You got to go and heal that womb. You have a falling out with one of your female friends. You got to go heal an aspect of your womb. Why? Because all women are connected through the cosmic womb, the great darkness, the great mother. We are all pieces, segments, fragments of the great mother. We all hold and house within us, this sacred space, spirit, the divine, the all. And because we all have that, I am able to see myself in all of you. I am able to understand on some level every woman that is on this page and every woman that will make contact with this video. I can understand you. I can feel you on some level or another. Okay? Because I've connected to my womb. And because I've connected to my womb, I can connect to yours. I can find some sort of similarity. I can find some sort of commonality between me and you. Because I've connected to my womb. And if I'm connecting to my womb, I'm really connecting to an aspect in your womb. Because we are all a part of the great mother womb, Newt, the absolute darkness, space, spirit, subconscious mind. All right? I'm hoping that makes sense for y'all. I'm hoping that makes sense for y'all. So when you heal your womb, you heal your relationships, you could be kikiing, kakaing with a whole bunch of other women. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all who are in this chat, I've coached or I've had a consultation with, or we've been in a class, and every single last one of you, I love. And I love you because I love me. I love you because I love me, and you are a reflection of me. I mean, I got some fabulous women up in here. And I could say something about like I just said, Iman, girl, like you are literally a part of my transformation into becoming a mother of three. Literally. Shine bright. Every time we had a session, just fabulous. I'm like, girl, must you come to every session, hair done, jewelry, all of this copper jewelry, garb looking amazing, matching. I'm like, must you show up like that every time? I don't even got earrings on. I'm not even matching. Must you show up fabulous every time? You know what I mean? Like I see those things. G in the chat. I mean, just so welcoming, so easygoing, so flexible, so adaptable, so ready for whatever. You know what I mean? Hathor, I love the self-care. I love it. I need it. The shea butter, the bath bombs, the bath salt. I mean, Hathor's scrub. If y'all have not had Hathor's lemon verbena scrub, you need to go and get that. Because my sis has created something that I enjoyed thoroughly. Oh my God, Hathor scrub. You rub that body, you rinse it off, you still gonna be feeling silky smooth. Okay? I love y'all. I love y'all. DJ Shay, you already know. Music. Girl, we was connecting on the music. And I loved your mix. Y'all already know. And I look forward to working with more y'all. Those are just some of the people that I've worked with. And I brought them up because I want y'all to know that I see something in you and that I feel you and that I love you. I bet y'all didn't even know I was gonna remember all of those things about you. Shine bright, I don't know, we was working together months and months and months ago. But I see you, but I feel you. That's the cosmic womb. That's the cosmic womb. And cosmic crystal. I remember our call. I remember our call vividly. Okay? So I want y'all to be able to make these connections. I want y'all to be able to make these connections. And so I want you to know, an awakened womb is a conscious womb. A conscious womb can feel beyond the surface. See, a lot of times we looking at women, we judging from the external, but we don't know what's going on internally. But when you connect with your womb, you'll be able to feel another woman. You'll be able to see past what she has on. You'll be able to see past her clothes. You'll be able to see past that stank face. See, you think that stank face is saying something, and it's saying something totally different. It's saying, girl, I really want to be friends with you. I really want to connect with you. I just don't know how to. Can you be compassionate with me? Can you be understanding of me? Can you help me to come out of this shell that I've created out of fear that I'd be hurt by a woman? Y'all, I had a client. She was so tight. She was so, she struggled with vulnerability. Honey, I was having to pull and pull and pull and pull. I'm like, girl, listen, if you're not going to be vulnerable, if you're not going to open up, you're not going to get the work that you need to get. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I could read her like the back of my hand. Y'all, I was reading the hell out of this woman. I could read her front to back. I knew how this woman was feeling, but she didn't know how she was feeling. Or she had neglected her own emotions so much that she struggled with having the conscious capacity to understand how she was truly feeling. But I'm connected to spirit. I'm connected to my womb. So since I'm connected to my womb, I was receiving all the downloads. I knew what it was. But because she was disconnected to her womb, she couldn't get the message. She couldn't understand. And she didn't come to a real understanding until our last session. She kept a strong, solid face, never cried, never shared a tear, was I would say something, I don't know, Desiree. I don't know if that's really what it is. I don't really think so. Well, girl, we ain't getting nowhere. I'm trying to elicit something from you. If what I'm saying is not what it is, then you tell me what it is. Okay? But a lot of times women are so disconnected, they're so unconscious, they don't know how they truly feel. So when they come in contact with a woman who does have an awakened, conscious, enlightened womb, they don't know how to engage. They don't get it. They don't understand. But I stayed compassionate. I stayed understanding. I stayed empathetic. I stayed in my purpose. I stayed in my power. And by the last session, we broke through. Okay? So I'm gonna leave y'all with this. When you don't feel safe, when you don't feel free to express your emotions, and when you feel like you don't belong here, these are issues that affect your relationships. These are womb issues that affect your relationships, okay? Your safety, your security, your emotional expression, you feeling like you belong, these are things that affect the womb. And they radiate so strongly within the womb that they affect your relationships with other people. All right? So one, y'all need to get ready for the Sacred Sister Circle coming to you in March. We're going to give you a lot of space and opportunity to work on these things. To start your healing work, start having some more compassion and grace for yourself. Start having some compassion and grace for yourself. Start to see yourself in other women. Start to see your healing in other women. Start to see your healing in other women, right? If you see a woman who is healed, happy, and whole, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, baby. We can sit down and talk, right? But I want you to see yourself in me, right? A lot of y'all, you see the abandonment, you see the hurt, you see when I'm shedding tears and you resonate with that, but I want you to resonate with my power too. I want you to resonate with my strength too. I want you to resonate with my healing too. I want you to see yourself in me, like I see myself in you, okay? Lastly, you need to work on building your trust, trusting your intuition and following its guidance. The intuition tells you, you just block it because you're so used to living a life of fear. You're so used to not connecting with yourself. You're so used to not trusting yourself that ego is predominant in how you show up in the world and how you show up in relationships. Okay? Have compassion and grace. Start to see yourself in other women and trust your intuition. Follow its guidance. All right? I love y'all. I gotta go. I got other responsibilities right now, and I gotta handle business. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Make sure y'all come back Tuesday. Whoa, what time I go live on Tuesday? Tuesday, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. Y'all meet me live. Okay? See y'all. Love ya. Peace.